What's going on, everybody? Today I just want to give a little walk around overview of my 2013 F-150 FX4 package. So I picked this up about 2 years ago, fully stock from Car Lots. I'm the second owner. I bought it in May of 2020 with 45,000 miles on it, and now I got around 81,000. This is September of 22, the time this is posted. I'm in a lot of those online Facebook group chats and like forums, and people like to know what like mod ideas, so I thought this video could potentially help you. Pretty much we're gonna give a walk around what I've done to the truck, and yeah, so let's get started with the front. So to start off, we have Morimoto hybrid headlights. So as you know, they make two different types of headlights for this truck. You got the XBs, and these are the hybrids. This one keeps the OEM turn signal, which I ended up making LED anyway, but normally this would be the bright on the more expensive version, and you have 3 headlights, and the turn signal would be in here. So I've had them for a little over a year now. I will say I have a warranty claim replacing this passenger one, because like 30% of the time this exterior DRL won't turn on. Morimoto does back their product with a 5-year warranty, so that's one good thing about buying these. These are probably the most expensive light on the market you can get, well, second most being the hybrid. But so they will be sending me a replacement for that one. We also have the Morimoto fog lights down there. I thought these would fit good with the headlights, just a black look, because normally it's like your normal bulb with a white housing. So yeah, that's that. Morimoto in there, you can see that sort of up top. Just your classic. Honestly, those are super bright. You don't even need your headlights to drive with it when you have those on, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, I mean, that's about, those are also sort of like 200 bucks maybe, I don't remember, but I feel like that was a good matching upgrade for the front of the truck. Also for lighting in the front, we have a 20-inch rough country light bar with the black housing as well. Try to keep the whole flow of the truck the same. That's very bright, mainly there for, honestly I rarely use that. I thought I would use it more, but it's mainly there for looks. I have it custom mounted to the frame of the truck so that it won't fall out. I did have to cut the little bumper guards a little bit to make it fit. There's also kits from other companies that make them for this truck specifically. Also for the front, we have the Fraptor grille. I have paint matched that to my truck, so it comes all black. I just went to AutoZone, got some spray paint, because I initially had it on how it comes with like just being black, didn't look too good, so I spray painted the color of the truck. I think it looks a lot better, personally in my opinion. So I also replaced those 3 lights up top with brighter LEDs, mainly because one of them started leaking that came with the actual grill. Those were like 15 bucks on Amazon. I guess we'll stick with the lighting for now. Over here, these are also Amazon, so this is a turn signal. Normally this is just a bright orange reflector, and we have also done that on the inside as well. So that is normally on the FX4, that is a turn signal, but it doesn't do like the cross, just flashes sort of dim. So yeah, that's that. Those are both Amazon purchases. Back here we have the Alpha Rex LED taillights. These are pretty fresh on the market. I would have gotten Morimoto, but they don't make taillights as of this video being posted. Apparently that is in the works, but I think these are pretty sick. I have a whole separate video reviewing these, but they're pretty cool. We also have Morimoto license plate lights, LED. They literally light up like all the way up to the Ford emblem. Pretty sick. Your basic 2 cubes off Amazon. These are wired to the trailer harness, so when you put the truck in reverse, it lights up, because the 2 bulbs on the back here on these guys are not enough. Up top, we have another brake light. It's got the LED strip in the middle that has a red outline around that. That was off AmericanTrucks.com. It's a pretty common replacement. I replaced that because it was, the OEM one was not looking too good, so I went ahead and did that. So yeah, I think that's all the exterior. And we also have, I think these are just Amazon as well. I think Morimoto also makes them, but they're just like little LED puddle lights that go plug in there. So nothing too crazy about that. All right, wheel and tire setup. These are 20 by 10, negative 24 fuel hostages, the full gloss black ones. I've had these for about a year now. They look pretty good. It's a pretty much classic fuel wheel. I ceramic coated them myself. It's been holding up quite nicely. And they are wrapped in 35 by 12.5 Nitto Ridge Grapplers, which is the hottest tire on the market right now for all-terrain. It's like a hybrid all-terrain mud tire. Really like these. So they're aggressive, but they're also not a full-blown mud tire, which is nice. We also replaced the stock steps with Rough Country. I just liked the look of these. I forgot the actual name of these, but they're on the website. Suspension, we have a 4-inch Rough Country lift with lifted front struts and V2 monotube rear shocks. As you can see in here, a little rusty, but you know, it's expected. So you got the lifted strut there. I avoided the strut spacer because I was not a fan of those, and I was like, if I'm gonna like lift my truck, I'm gonna do it right. And you can see the Rough Country cross member there. Honestly, really smooth. I had a 2-inch leveling kit before this. It rode like trash because it was maxing out your stock suspension, and this honestly rides great. I have no complaints so far. So it's a 4-inch lift in the front and a 2-inch in the back to give you that 4-inch lift. There's the shocks in the rear, and then you got the blocks right there. I've had that on for about 5,000 miles, so can't get a full review of it like from a time standpoint, but it's doing good. I've got a roll-up bed cover that is waterproof. This is a Truex Sport Tuxedo roll-up soft cover. Love it. No complaints there. Also have a toolbox I occasionally put on and switch between, but depending on what I'm doing. I had a trifold one, but it was leaking, so that came with the truck, and I ended up buying this, which is pretty cheap. We got classic, just a trailer hitch thing just for towing, pulling people out. Let's see. So I think that's pretty much the exterior. We'll hit the engine bay. Also had a trim right here for fit the tire from rubbing. I did that with the leveling. I had these tires on with the leveling kit, and I needed to do that. Honestly, I don't think I don't need a trim if I ended up doing this, putting the lift on before wheels and tires, but it's whatever. And of course, you have to do the classic trimming back there, but that's that. So yeah, I'll give you another little walk around. We also have the 50 cal antenna right there. No complaints with that. I will say the HD radio drops a little bit, but honestly, I couldn't tell you if that's from the antenna or not, because that was one of the first things I installed when I got the truck. We've got an MBRP 3-inch catback system. I'm pretty sure that's the best sounding for these trucks. The truck came with a bed mat. I ended up putting a drop-in bed liner because the original owner put some dents in the bedside, and I'm like, if I did a spray in, it would not cover the dents, so I ended up just doing the drop-in, which I think looks better. Custom made 2 little flagpoles right here, one on each side, just some PVC pipe and some, I guess, I don't know what you call it, it's like clamps and screws that drill into the truck. Don't really use those, I just thought that was cool at the time. So yeah, that's that. We also got the little slow down tailgate assist, whatever you want to call that. So yeah, all right, let's get to the engine bay. Pretty stock. I do plan on potentially replacing the intercooler because this is a 3.5 twin turbo. Maybe the trans cooler, I don't know. I got a little PA speaker here that connects to my CB radio on the inside. We have the AFE dual filter cold air intake. Love this, mainly for sound. There's no really performance gains other than it looks sort of cool and sounds good. Really brings out the turbo whistle. We got the JLT catch can. This is highly recommended for this engine, especially. I got the double the extension piece because this thing will fill up after like 2,000 miles, which probably is not the best, but it happens, you know. I think we got one step colder spark plugs because I have a tune on this truck. I got the SETX4 combo with MPT tunes. Hit them up if you're looking for EcoBoost tunes. They're really great. They worked on my Mustang too. So that is, I think, all that's in here. Nothing too crazy. It's your classic 3.5. So we also did the Fuse 27 relocation kit. If you're in the Facebook group chats, I'm sure you've heard people say something about that, or that's where you rewire the fuse, the fuel pump fuse, to one of these bigger ones down here. This is the wiring for the DRLs to the Morimoto headlights. Also, we did the weep hole because I got the classic engine misfire from 11 to 13. They made these intercoolers too strong, so you want to drill yourself a weep hole in the corner of the intercooler. There's tons of videos on that if you have not seen one. Also forgot to mention, we did the paint matched brake calipers. They don't look that great, honestly, because you have brake dust on them, but we did that. Also on these trucks, common issue is the cab corner rust. So you'll see a lot of these trucks rust out here. So we did some rust prevention. You get up underneath there and there's a bunch of little pieces of tape in the rocker panel. I took all those off, sprayed it down with water, let it dry, and then sprayed fluid film in there, and then resealed with weather proof tape all the holes to try to help prevent that from rusting, because I know that's a common issue. Also in the exterior, we did drop in these Rough Country rear wheel well liners. I have a separate video on those as well of how the installation goes. Love that. Okay, this video is going to be a little out of the sequence, but I just want to say that I did do the VTA mod, which is where the little blow off does not recirculate into the intake. So let's hear it. So as you can see, that AFE filter definitely helps let you hear the turbo spool up, and then the VTA mod is where the ch comes at the end. So, all right, now at the inside of the truck. Sorry, she's a little dirty. We got the Sony sound system. I've not upgraded that yet. I do plan on changing those speakers eventually once I blow one out or something, but for what I listen to, I really don't need it. So down here, I mounted my CB radio. Don't really ever use that, mainly just for the PA I have in the engine. Right here's my toggle switch to that light bar up front. Right here is where I keep my tuner mounted on the windshield, just cause monitor, you know. Like I said, MPT for that. We have a dash cam that is fuse tapped down in there, so when the truck turns on, the dash cam turns on. I also have an ambient light kit from F-150's LEDs. So I have a separate video on that as well. That is fuse tapped as well down in there. Same with the CB. So I got 3 fuse taps going down there. Pretty clean wiring. I tried my best to not have anything show. Fully interior LED swap, you know, the musts. We got the WeatherTech floor mats. Bought these off Facebook for pretty cheap, front and rear. We got the Sony sub down there. I made a custom little bar right there. And then my biggest and favorite interior mod is going to be Sync 3, which I also have a separate video on. If you're interested in watching that, head to my channel. I Sync 3 swapped these, which is the newer radio that comes in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20 trucks. Since this is a 13, it came with Sync 2, which is really crappy. But let's see if I can show you real quick. So you see, we have all that. Audio, it's Sync 3, and the main reason I got this was for CarPlay, so you can plug that in to you plug your phone in by replacing that USB port, and that will give you Sync 3. I also did Forscan, F-O-R-S-C-A-N, not the other thing you probably thought I said. But that is, you can plug in, you can change some computer things. Initially as a joke, I made like my splash screen say Raptor. I took that off, but the main thing was when you tap your turn signal, it does 5. I made that from 3 to 5. I did the Bambi mode, which is keeping the fog lights on when the brights are on. It's just random cool little. I turned off this. Okay, this might sound bad, but I do a lot of like less than 5 mile per hour driving, so I turned off the seatbelt minder, so it's not like bing, bing, bing every time I'm sitting in the truck. So yeah, 81,000 miles. I've done try to keep up with all the maintenance. I've flushed all the fluids besides coolant so far. These engines, you got to take care of them. So just stay strict on the maintenance. Definitely join this Facebook groups. It's good to see what other people are doing. But if you have any other questions, just leave a comment. If this video gave you any ideas, please like, subscribe, and I will reach out to y'all if y'all leave a comment. If you want more information on any of my mods, just let me know and I can help you all out. But yeah, this is my 2013. Hope you all enjoyed the video.